Hey guys, welcome to Screencast-O-Matic and Adobe Illustrator. These are a few mock-ups that I put together for looking at mobile, and I made a variation on each of those for laptop too. And we're just looking at kind of layout and style and that stuff first. I can show you a little more detail once we get to the point where we're actually going to put some code on the server. But here's variation one. And this is basically the aspect ratio of the phone, kind of a standard phone. So this is what you'd see like when you land. And so it's kind of getting at like where you've got like all your content just above the fold. It's all on page one. Like this option right here, you really wouldn't even need to scroll. You could just, I mean, have a footer down here at some point, but you just click on to this whole thing could be a button. Click onto the music page, food page, games. We could make another one of these for art. I know that that's going out to Scratchy's site, but there's the option on that. I recreated JP's repeated pattern back here. We didn't have a version of that, so I just made it up based on, you guys are using that on the menu. I think it's a really cool design element. So there's that right there. I'm going to get rid of this outline on that. Save that. Okay, so this would be, like I said, like a hamburger menu. So this would either drop down, if you'd see all the content drop down, or you could click it and have like a fly-in menu. So either one of those are options, and I can show you those once we get to the point where we've got WordPress installed. Variation 2. It's kind of a lot more grid oriented, so I got the hamburger in the middle. Again, we don't want this outline because it makes the text look fuzzy. Actually, probably even just do that in black, like that. This one, I thought maybe to differentiate the upstairs from downstairs, we could actually just go ahead and do like a different color down there, or even just do it in white, and then we could run this thing back to black. So it'd be sort of like downstairs, upstairs, you get that contrast that there are two different things going on. Otherwise, we could maybe put like another version of this color bar in between, kind of like having the flow, but if there's something to break up the page between the upstairs, downstairs a little bit, that might be kind of helpful, but that's just another, this is option number 2. I'm going to go ahead and leave it like this for now. And number 3, this is just the header from the Facebook hero image. And again, we got the hamburger button. I think this fits really nicely with this layout. Letting this thing bleed off the edge has sort of like this infinite kind of thing going on. Just having green connect with that because it's the next closest one. Kind of what's going on here. Again, this black line is the edge of the screen, so you'd see like that when you open it up. But these cards are the same for each of the items. And then this obviously fits like the 11 by 17 poster. So we can kind of base formatting on that. And we could even go with some of the pre-formatted poster options that he's built, and we can like just tuck this thing in as a little poster instead of this, kind of basic thing like that. But then again, these are all like a repeated sort of pattern, repeats with that. And that's number 3. Here we got number 4. This one, it's kind of more of a mobile first kind of format where it's like this thing's just filling the page. Obviously, this isn't a music photo in the background, but we could have, like Neil was interested in having more dynamic shots of the Goodfoot. So we could have one of downstairs in here, and obviously the food one's great there, but once we get down to the next section where you'd have games, we could have a shot of the pool tables or something in the background there, or a shot of the row of pinball machines. Either way, again, got the hamburger menu. This would either drop down or have a fly out. We could leave this sticky and all these other things would slide up underneath, so this is on the page all the time. Options. We've got all kinds of options. So those are 4, just kind of to get the conversation started as far as some layout options. And again, they're on this page here. So I'll get you a copy of this. You guys can look at it and share and see who likes what. And then, so this is the mobile version, option 1, and then its corresponding laptop version be more like this. So obviously we've got the navigation is sticking out. You're not going to have that hidden in a hamburger thing anymore. This, we could put whatever kind of text you want in there. I thought that's a great kind of call out, free pool all day, call to action here, sign up for our email list. But it's just keeping the same formatting, and instead of having these stacked on the laptop, they'd go out side to side. So this is version 1 in the laptop mode. Version 2 over here, we kind of had this guy going on up top with the sort of upstairs, downstairs, laptop 2, something more like this. And again, like these things are, instead of being stacked, they're laying out side to side now. I think this looks really dynamic. I think that looks nice. This is super clean and easy to read. It's just all just makes sense. These we can mess around with the formatting, can make them unique. If you want, like more of like the poster size thing from that one option, we could stick that in there, move this text to like a skinnier column. Again, differentiating the upstairs, downstairs kind of concept with that one. This was variation number 3 on mobile, and for a laptop it looks something a little more like this. You can see these cards have this consistency. Again, like, this is like nice. This everything's like poster size. Everything looks like a poster. Just pretty cool. This, I kind of just took that from here with a call to action, but there's plenty of room. We could put something different up here. Just sort of the way this laid out, and this is the aspect ratio on like a MacBook Pro, so I just kind of went with that. But then again, these would like link over to whichever item you're looking for. This formatting here leaves enough room. We'd have the footer on the main screen instead of having to scroll down to it. I think in the footer, we're going to have a Google map. We'll have maybe a secondary navigation, especially on the music page, because that's going to scroll on for quite a ways. We'll also have a back to top button over here on the music page, probably on the food page as well. Games doesn't have that much content, but sort of a rough on this. I kind of like the green back here. It sort of makes me think of pool tables. I know you guys have red felt on your pool tables, but this green just has a nice vibe. I like the way this green fades into there. And then the this one is number 4 variation on the mobile, and this is its corresponding laptop version. I was kind of thinking of keeping these cards stacked kind of like they were on mobile, and then obviously we'd have games down here, but we'd have the sidebar on every page. So this is kind of a more traditional sort of WordPress layout where you've got your header. This is called content sidebar relationship, and then you'd have the footer down here. Obviously these would be longer because you'd have your Facebook and Instagram feeds displayed. You could have this food special thing that was kind of like a little call to action CTA that you guys mentioned with the chalkboard. You can just like drop that photo right in there and change those out real easy. Again, the sign up for our email list. There's a little space up here, but we can just have things with room to breathe. You don't have to have everything super packed in all the time. And this obviously too could be maybe necessarily need to be quite that big. This could maybe be a little bigger. Put that up there. And you could even have like a little 1, 2, 3, 4 little thumbnails of something going on in here. There's kind of a lot of room to play around with. But that's sort of like a quick conversation starter. Got 4 variations going on with mobile and laptop. So I'll have you guys look at those and get me some feedback. And then I'll go ahead and model like what a secondary page would look like based on which one of these options we want to go with. But I love working with this formatting, like just pulling colors and content from that style guide is just pretty sweet. I hope you like what's going on here and let me know. Thanks so much. Looking forward to it.